Hey guys, I just got home from work not too long ago, and I told you guys that I would upload a video about my third rapture dream that I had last night. This was huge. This was so powerful and so personal for me, and I've been grievous about it. I've been joyful in spirit and grievous in the flesh, and you'll see why. Okay, so all right, I was in a house with my daughter, my son, a bunch of other people, and a family member that I'm not going to specify about. Now, I was sitting on the couch with this family member, and we were just watching TV, and this family member is currently out of work right now. And in my dream, they were also out of work. So that's an important key factor in all this. So I was sitting there, we were watching TV, and I was like, hey, let's get out of the house, let's do something. And he was like, okay. So we were going to gather everyone together and get ready to leave. And next thing I know, I look in this one room and the kids are laying down in bed getting ready to go to sleep. And I was like, hey, come on, we're gonna leave. And then out of nowhere, I start feeling this tingling feeling in my whole entire body. And then I became invisible. And no one could see me, they could only see my clothes. And same with my son. My son became invisible and no one could see him, they could only see his clothes, even me. Now my daughter, at first, I could still see her, everyone could still see her. And I was starting to get really sad because I was like, Lord, please rapture my daughter too. You know, I was praying, and I kept praying consistently on and off through the dream. I kept saying, Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. Because we weren't taken up right away. We had just gone invisible and we knew that we were about to go up. And so in this time, my family member is kind of freaking out, like, what's happening, what's going on? And I said, I told you we're being raptured. I told you this would happen. And he's like, I know you told me this would happen. I didn't believe you. And I was like, I'm sorry. I told you this would happen. And he started getting so like angry, and he's like, I don't understand. I pray, I go to church. Like, I don't understand why I'm not being taken up too. Next thing you know, we're going out towards the car. Now in the dream, I was wearing a long sleeve shirt. Everyone else was wearing long sleeve shirts because it was kind of chilly out. It wasn't winter yet. It was kind of like, it was fall, like that time between autumn and winter where all the leaves have kind of fallen off or almost completely off. It was kind of like that outside. It was very cold, and this was set in the evening time. It was dark out, and well, my dream was set in the evening time. So we go out to the car, and I'm like strapped in my clothes because I'm invisible. And I look in the back, and this family member's in the back in the middle seat, and he's just so upset. And he's like, well, why are you being raptured? Why are you guys being raptured? And I said, well, because we obediently followed Jesus and we had a relationship with him. And then I started to tell him, you need to leave religion. And this is another thing that's going to upset a lot of people. I don't know what to tell you. This was in my dream. This is a message that I was told to share. In my dream, I said, you need to leave religion. You need to leave the Catholic Church immediately. And now, mind you, a lot of you know, who've seen my testimony, I grew up Catholic most of my life. I left the Catholic Church about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. I'm not going to get into all that because I want to get back into the dream. But these were things that the Lord was telling me to warn my family member while I'm about to be raptured up to heaven with my children. So my daughter eventually started to become invisible, and I knew she was going to be raptured up too. Now this was a confirmation for her, because her second rapture dream, she said that in her second rapture dream, me and my son and my husband were being raptured up, and she came out crying because she wanted to be raptured up too, but she wasn't raptured right away. And then a little after, she had ran out the building, and then she got raptured up. So this is kind of a confirmation for her and her second rapture dream. But anyway, back to the dream. So he's getting so upset, and he goes to grab my sleeve, my arm, but it goes like this because he's just grabbing cloth, so it folds like this because my body is not in it. So he grabs, my arm, and then he goes to kind of like lean in to try and give me a kiss, but I pulled back because I was like, oh, no. I could see a wickedness, like a deception in his eyes, and I didn't want to be near it in the dream. I just kind of pulled back. And then I turn and I look up at the sky, and I saw 2 moons. And then all of a sudden, the moons, it almost became kind of like 3, I believe, if I remember correctly. The moons started going in a circle, and I knew that this meant the rapture was pending, and there were words in between, and I don't remember all the things that it said, but I know at one point it said rapture pending. And I know it sounds kind of strange, this was my dream. So the moon's going around in a circle, and as it's gone halfway around, as it starts getting to the second half, it's moving faster. So it was like doot, like a lot faster the second half around. So then immediately after that, I saw 3 jack-o'-lanterns, like those pumpkins with the angry faces lit up in the sky, the same way the moon was. Right after that happened with the moon, I saw 3 jack-o'-lanterns going in a circle like they were pending. And once that pending thing was done, I heard, wait, hold on, I don't want to say it wrong. Hold on, guys. I want to say the exact words. I know, this waiting is building the suspense. Because I wrote it down, and I've had 2 versions in my head all day, and I just want to get the exact version that I heard so that I say it exactly correct. It's time to begin. So I heard, it's time to begin. And the voice who said this, it was an evil voice, and I had this knowing that, like, the whole world could hear it. Demons, like, that voice penetrated and covered the entire earth, basically. And I knew that it was the voice of the Antichrist. And there was something enchanting about it. Like, I wasn't enchanted because I belonged to Christ, but I knew that people that weren't being raptured, and I knew that people that didn't belong to Christ would be enchanted by his voice. So that was super creepy. And then right after this is the part that is absolutely heartbreaking. Right after this, I saw my family member naked in line with a bunch of other people in shackles. And he was looking down. He had his eyes almost completely closed. He was looking down, and he just had this look of defeat and this look of, like, he knew that everything I had warned him about was true. And let me look up the verse that I was taken to. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Oh, it's on this phone, that's why. Sorry, guys. So I knew that in my dream this family member was about to be killed. I knew they were about to be publicly humiliated with all the people that were also naked and shackled, and they were going to be publicly killed. I don't know in what way, but the lighting behind them, like there was like some type of boards or something behind them, and the lighting coming through in between the cracks looked like fire. There was just an orange and red light coming through. And just completely broke my heart. But just bear with me. I apologize. I need to find this. Okay. I think this, yes, this is it. So that was the last thing I saw before I woke up from that dream. And I've been grieving all day about it. I wrote the family member who's married to this person, another family member, today, telling them that I have a message to give from the Lord, and they're going to, it's going to be upsetting, because these family members have been so heavy in the Catholic religion that they're not going to take this message lightly. And I know this based off of the dream as well. But it's one of those things where, as difficult as it is in my flesh, as heartbreaking as it is in my flesh, I would rather them be upset with me and this family member have this knowledge given to them, so that if they do get left behind, they have a chance at being martyred and spend an eternity with Christ, than to not be given this knowledge, be left behind and fall to deceit. And yeah, well, you know the rest. So I feel a heavy burden on me to relay this message to this family member. So I'd appreciate if you guys pray for me. It's not gonna be easy, and I'm already heartbroken about it. Now, in my spirit, I have joy. I am beyond thrilled that the Lord trusts me with such a heavy burden. So it's hard to explain, and my spirit is joyful, my flesh is devastated and heartbroken. But anyway, when I woke up from this dream, I looked at the time immediately, and it was 2:36 a.m. So I went back to sleep eventually, after reflecting and just being blown away. And when I got up this morning for work, I went into my Bible app and I looked up 2:36, and what I was brought to was what is this? Is this Chronicles 2:36 or hold on, guys, it says 2 Chronicles 36. And then, okay, this is what it says. I just don't want to confuse it. I do confuse verses a little bit sometimes, like reading them, and it's neither here nor there. Anyway, it says, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, attacked him and bound him with bronze shackles to take him to Babylon. So that was the verse that I was taken to, which, of course, you know, when I read that, I immediately thought of this family member who was in shackles, awaiting their death. And yeah, so for me, it's pretty devastating. But all in all, the message is clear. The Lord is coming very soon, very soon. And it was just pretty amazing that, you know, I mean, we don't know the day, we don't know the hour. For all I know, this family member could be out of work for quite a while. This family member likes to work, so I can't imagine them wanting to be out of work long. But you guys know, any of you who've had rapture dreams, you wake up with an urgency, and with every dream, with every vision, you feel the Lord's closeness more and more and more and more, and you feel his return coming closer more and more. And that's exactly what I woke up with. And just knowing that this happened, me and my children were, being raptured, about to be raptured, while this family member was still out of work. For me, it's just super obvious to me. Very, very, very soon. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, on this dream. It was a very interesting rapture dream. Very wonderful and very sad at the same time. So that's all I got to share. Leave your thoughts in the comment box, and God bless. Bye, guys.